Hello everyone, this is the Green Snake Gamer playing Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights. Who's Yella in the cellar? So go over to the warp gate. We're going back to Smuggler's Cove, back to the secret passages, and warp over to Gus Abound Underground Part 2 to continue where we left off. So we just need to make our way back to that room with the giant fan. Now go through the door all the way at the end here. This leads us to Who's Yella in the Cellar Part 1. Now on the left is a save point if you want to save your game. There's also a lot of Scooby snacks to collect around here, as well as that annoying enemy that will just keep firing his ray gun, and defeating him will do you no good since they respawn. These are one of the most annoying enemies in the game. So just do your best to avoid him while collecting the Scooby snacks. Also make sure to grab this chandelier in the center of the room in order to collect these boxes of Scooby snacks, as well as open up the gate ahead of us that's blocking this opening. So make sure you grab this chandelier. On the left here, take note of this door. We can't go through it yet, just take note of it for now. Okay, that's all the Scooby snacks, so now we're ready to continue ahead. So use the gum invention to get the enemy stuck and bounce off of him to reach this opening. Now just make your way to the door. This leads us to Who's Yella in the Cellar Part 2. Now here we have some switches, as well as more of these annoying enemies. So take note of these urns behind the gate on the wall. As you can see, there are 3 urns behind the gates. At the end, it says we need 3 keys to open this door. The keys are inside each of those urns. Now, in order to get the keys, what you need to do is go back to the start. Make sure to collect these Scooby snacks in the air first. Now bounce off this enemy to reach the chandelier. This will pull open the gates. Then just hit the switches in order to knock the urns out of the gate and onto the floor, breaking them so we can collect the keys. Now the gates don't stay open for very long, so you need to move quick. Okay, that's 2 keys. Okay, almost. So when the gates close back up, just jump up to the chandelier again to open them again. Okay, that's all 3 keys. Now we can go through the door. This leads us to Who's Yella in the Cellar Part 3. Okay, now be careful of these creeper enemies hiding in these boxes. You also want to be careful of this ghost enemy flying around. There he is. I'll just let him go first, so I know where he is. Now, in this room, there's a box of Scooby snacks floating here. You can use the ghost enemy to get it, or you can just bounce off this little crate. You gotta have a good angle on your double jump, though, to reach it. Okay. Now, there's also this door blocked by a gate, and here's the switch to open it, but I'm not gonna go that way yet. I'm gonna go right first. This just leads us into the room we were at with the creeper enemies. So continue heading right. Now you can jump off this stuff to reach the sandwich if you're low on health. But I'm already at full health, so I don't have to worry about it. Now go up here and down these stairs. Now there are a lot of ghosts flying around. Makes you wish you were playing Luigi's Mansion and had that Poltergust 3000 to take care of them. Since it's so annoying, you can't get rid of these enemies. Okay, now go through the door at the end. This leads us to Who's Yella in the Cellar Part 1. Now, first thing you want to do is break these crates in the center. And collect these 4 boxes of Scooby Snacks. Take note of this bookcase here on the right. Now, as you can see ahead of us over this hole is a switch on the wall. We cannot activate this switch yet. As you can see, the gum invention won't help us. Now, in order to activate this switch, they give us a hint by these 2 objects floating on the sides. These are for an invention we'll need to collect and then come back here. So just go back through the door. Again, we need to be very careful of these ghost enemies. These are another annoying enemy in the game. So these guys and those alien ghosts are the worst. Okay, just gonna go around that ghost. Now we can go ahead and activate the switch on the wall here to open up this gate. So now we can go this way. Now here we have some more keys to collect. So just do your best to avoid these ghosts. You need to collect these keys in order to open this gate at the top here. Okay, just one more key. Okay, the gate is now open. But before I go to the top, go over to the wall here on the left and use the helmet invention to break through it. This leads us to a shortcut. But before you jump down, go all the way to the left and make sure to collect the Scooby Snacks. Now just use the umbrella invention to float down through this trail of Scooby Snacks and collect this box of Scooby Snacks. Get to the ledge down here, take care of this alien ghost enemy, and keep collecting these Scooby Snacks. This opens the gate, and now we can go through this door. This leads us back to Gusts Abound Underground Part 1. The door we went through before. Now we just need to make our way back to a warp gate. So I'm gonna use this warp gate to warp over to Gusts Abound Underground Part 2. It's a real shame we have to go through all those areas all over again. So now we just gotta make our way back to where we were with those 4 keys over those wells. Okay, almost there. Okay, finally back, so now we can go through the door at the top. This leads us to Who's Yella in the Cellar Part 4. Now, the floor is slippery in this room, so you'll slip and slide all over the place. You can also see Shaggy up there. Looks like he needs some help. Now, before we go help Shaggy, you can take note of all these ice blocks all over this room. There are 4 switches, 1 in each corner. Make sure to break all these ice blocks. Also be careful of these annoying alien ghost enemies. So make sure to break all these small ice blocks all over. Okay, there's a box of Scooby Snacks above us. So what I'm gonna do is jump off this small ice block and try to reach it. Okay, there we go. Now make sure you got the big ice block all the way at the end, ready to go up to the door. Yeah, this is what makes those alien ghost enemies so annoying. They respawn so quickly, so they give you no breathing room at all. You can kill them and they'll immediately come back. Now you need to quickly hit all 4 switches in order to open the gate. So you need to move quick here. There's 1 in each corner. Once you hit all 4 switches, the gate at the top blocking the door will open. So now we can go through here. In here, we see there's a lot of ghosts flying around. So again, we gotta be careful to avoid them while we're collecting these Scooby Snacks. Now walk over to the warp gate to activate it. Now collect the Scooby Snacks on top of the dryers, and make sure to use the Super Smash on the dryers in order to open them. You also want to avoid the washing machines moving around the floor. Don't worry about them and just avoid them. Now in the center of this room is another invention for us to collect, so go ahead and collect it. This is the soap bubble invention. Now we're gonna use the soap bubbles right here in order to collect that box of Scooby Snacks. Whoops, I didn't want to use the gum invention. We need to use the soap bubbles here. So wait for the ghost ahead of us to get above that box of Scooby Snacks and trap him in a bubble. Then you can bounce off of him and get up to reach this box of Scooby Snacks. That's all snacks collected, so this area is clear except for the 1 monster token. Don't worry, we're gonna go and collect it right now. First, go through this door at the top. This leads us back to Clamor in the Manor Part 4. This door was locked from the other side before, but now we have it unlocked. So this is where it leads. So go back through the door. Now that we have the soap bubbles invention, we can now collect the monster token we couldn't collect before. Now I could warp back to Gustabound the Underground, but it'll probably be quicker if I just backtrack, so I think I'm gonna do that. Now we need to head to that room with the switch on the wall that was above that hole that we couldn't activate before. So that's where we need to go and use the soap bubble invention. Okay, now we just need to wait for one of the ghost enemies to get above that hole and right next to the switch. Once they do, we just need to trap them in the soap bubbles. Now just use the helmet invention to ram the switch. This will open up the bookcase on the wall on the right and reveal the monster token. So go ahead and collect the alien ghost monster token. Now I'm gonna head back to a warp gate. Now I'm gonna head back to the mystery machine to save my game. This will be the end of Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights. Who's Yella in the cellar?